So after seeing this news story break not that long ago, it reminded me of this movie, which I went back and watched because I just felt called to watch it recently. I saw it on Netflix and it's kind of been on my eye to rewatch because it was one of my favorite movies as a kid. But I do think there's a really interesting connection between these two. So I'm not going to do a deep dive on the movie, but if you are going to watch it, this is going to contain some spoilers of the film. So at the very beginning, there are a bunch of researchers that have discovered this ancient temple and they're trying to understand what is in the temple. And there's basically this mural in the temple that explains that every couple thousand years, this evil being comes to this world and tries to destroy it, and there's five elements that are combined together that essentially save it. Now, the important part of it is that the fifth element is a spiritual protector of the world. And at the very beginning, they assume that it is a man. Now, much to everyone's surprise, the spiritual being, when they find them and restore them, is actually a woman named Lilu. But there's just one problem. This guy is actually in charge of a lot of corporations. I would say he's essentially the billionaire, possibly even a trillionaire of this world. And Lilu and her quest comes across this guy, Corbin, who ultimately serves as a protector to keep her safe, while she is getting all of the elements together to fulfill her ultimate duty. Now, in the process of learning about the world, Lilu is also discovering all the not so great things, including war and destruction and all of the terrible things that people do to each other. And so at the end of the film, she's wavering, do I really want to save this world? And that is when our protagonist, Corbin, comes in to remind her that there are things worth saving, such as love. And what they find is ultimately the fifth element is love. Now, coming back to this, I think this is happening at a very important moment in our society when we need to remember two things. Women are the divine beings, we are the protectors of the universe. And it is important that we remember love is the ultimate power that we have in our lives. And folks that are aligned in love ultimately are going to be the ones that save us from the dark. I don't think it was a coincidence that I was called to rewatch this movie after seeing this. I do think they're very related, and I think this is ultimately, if we pay enough attention, a good reminder from the universe to remember those two things. So I know not everyone's going to agree with this, and that's fine. This is my take. If you have your own thoughts and reflections, please, I'd love to chat with you in the comments.